repetition. Oh, I fucked that one up. Yeah, some of this free music is pretty good, man. Some of it is really, really not bad. Some of it is like, but some of it you gotta like that was two tracks at once. I think it was playing over itself because I fucked it up. But some of the music's pretty good. So welcome, good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's been 3 days since 2 days since a live stream. Where I was down, if you notice, I was. Moving around, and I was checking out the coastline of New York City to see if there was any signs of life out there, out in the Rockaways, out in the Queens area, out where people usually take their breaks and take a breather, right? And unfortunately, there's not a significant stream ability to even upload there. It was just aggravating to get a video. That's why all my videos went up late, and not the early morning ones. The 1 minute videos are easy because those upload very quickly. A 1 minute video is like, whew, even via cellular, you don't need much. You don't need much of a connection to upload a 1 minute video. But if you try to upload a 22-minute video, you'll stand there with your dick in your hand on the corner waiting for the thing to upload. And it never does. So I that's why I wasn't live streaming. Live streaming in a situation where the cellular service is slim to none is just not going to work. It'll just buffer. It'll be a nightmare if it even goes through, right? If it even connects. So that's what's been going on. So I want to talk about this absolutely what appears to be brilliant executive order by Donald J. Trump. Now, yesterday I had said that Trump is flapping his lips about signing an executive order, but he didn't give any details. But now we have those details. What he was saying sounded to this reporter as a little biased. It sounded like he was offended that everything was going left, and he wanted some of it to go right. And in my view, that's not anti-censorship. That's just you just want censorship in your favor. But now, upon further investigation, reading the actual executive order, which is going to be the bulk of this show at the end, there's going to be a lot of reading. We're going to dive deep into the executive order by Trump. I have it. It's not long. It's maybe 2 or 3 pages, and it's sheer brilliance. It's all the things that we had been wanting to see happen, where big tech giants skate around the First Amendment by claiming that they are private organizations, and then they have protection to the opposite, right? Their protections are they're allowed to censor people because they claim to be a public square, right? There's so many contradictions in there, and we're going to look at those. This executive order addresses seemingly all of them. And again, this is firsthand knowledge because I suffer from censorship daily. I mean, I've had dozens of videos deleted for no apparent reason. Tried to get recourse through YouTube and try to ask them what the hell was the problem. They don't give you an answer. So this is a must if you want a free and fair society, right? You got to stop rigging your algorithms so that only the establishment narrative gets heard, and everybody else gets stuffed into the garbage. So Trump's thing is it plans to address that. So we'll look at that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Good morning, Vinny DiMartini in the house. Pat Hacker is here. Sterling Price in the house. Jason Walsh. Good morning, Miss Chicago. Rena Cruz, Granny Fanny, Yoga Fish. Good morning, Yoga Fish. Pyramid 7, Pat Hacker. I said your name twice. Potter's Field BX. Good morning. Why do I know your name? Oh, Potter's Field. Potter's Field, the band. How you doing, man? What's up, brother? Now I recognize you, man. What's up, What's up, my brother, my nigga? Who else is here? All right, so thank you everybody for joining me. We get some people get in the house. Got some people in the house. And also, I want to talk about some of what I've been uncovering on the road. I'm actually a real reporter now. I go out and I stumble on things. Right, my 1 minute videos are me stumbling on things, but there's no background. I'm just putting stuff up raw because I want people to have an opinion, and that's what this show is for. We come here, and then I'm gonna, we'll do like some live survey. What do you think? Because what I think is one thing, and what everybody thinks is another. That's the collective, right? The collective consciousness, the collective opinion, right? So I want to talk about some of the videos I've been stumbling upon, just some of the incidences that I've been stumbling on, and we'll talk about those before we get into President Trump's executive order. But before that, I got to make a plug for this channel, Marc's Conte. This is if you're new to YouTube, if you're new to the internet, which I know there's new subscribers out there, this is how we support the thing. YouTube does not pay my bill. YouTube doesn't pay me anything. They demonetize. They bully and bugger and push you out of the platform in every way possible, every shape and form. So if you're a fan of the truth, the way this works is through sponsorship. Right? You become a Patreon of the channel for as little as $2. It's like it's like when you see a street musician and you like it and it's good. If it's good, you give them $1. If it's really good, maybe you give them $2 or $5. Right? If they blow you away, you give them 10 or 20. Right? And that's what we're doing here. Contribute through PayPal one time, hit the tip jar. Or you can become a Patreon of the channel, which means you get every month you donate $2, and that's the best way to do it, right? Because you don't have to think about it, and it really helps the program. Also, it makes the program possible. It doesn't help; it makes it possible. Because otherwise, it's not possible. You can't walk around starving and not eating and all this shit, right? You gotta. And also watch the videos here and just click around. That helps the search engine pick up the website. So let's talk about, I want to get this out of the way because I haven't really been following this story and quite frankly, it doesn't really interest me. It's just I know a lot of people want to say that it's a issue of racism, George Floyd's encounter with Minneapolis police. I'm not really sure. I don't have enough background on it, but I do see the video, and I could say right away, my first impression is it's Eric Gardner all over again. The knee on the throat, the choking out the victim, choking out the alleged bad doer. It's bad policing. It's got to stop. That's my take on it. Racism aside, so here's the video, right? This is a new video, all right? So, let's just get a background because I'm not. If you're as behind this story as I am, let's read it together. New video from a different angle has emerged showing George Floyd being detained by Minneapolis police officers shortly before his death. So the guy died. I didn't know that. Until I just read it. The footage, which has been circulating on social media, was shot. I'm not laughing that he's dead. I'm laughing because I've been exploring the sea lately from the opposite side. So they got a new angle on this. New video appears to. Let's. It doesn't give you any background. So let's just watch the video. So here's the video.
My face is gone.
So it's 4 cops. One of them's got his fucking knee and all his weight on the guy's head while they're cuffing him behind. What is the point of that? It's fucking brutality, man, really. I mean, he's screaming, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. What the fuck? 4 cops need to tackle a guy and bad policing, right? Is it because he's black? Don't do me like that. Don't do me. It's because he's black. What did he do to? What was the lead up to this? I have no idea. But nothing short of murder or bank robbery, armed bank robbery, deserves to get a fucking knee in the throat like that. I always said
I can't breathe, man.
I was always a fan of a net of nets. If people are, what happened to the taser? The taser seems to work, right? That's a bad thing. But a net, right? Throw the net around the bad guy. Carry a big net. 3 guys, and the guy's struggling, and throw a net around him, and then, although it's degrading to be netted, or they have that big. They have like this, the thing in the grocery store. I don't know if you have it where you are, but in New York, everything is up the walls, and sometimes you get this long stick, and you squeeze it. You squeeze over here, and up here it's got like a hand. Right, so you squeeze, and up here's the hand, but it's 6 feet tall, and you can pull things from the top shelf. Right, you can pull things off by squeezing it and pulling it off. I saw one. They had a big one where you can grab somebody. Right, you can detain them by getting close to them and cuffing them around their waist and controlling them that way. Right, why do you gotta fucking kill people? Why do you gotta jam your knee into the guy's head? Right. It's just fucked up. Right? So that's all I have to say about that. Is it racist? I know the black radicals will be out in the street crying racism. All the blacks will get together and say racism. White cops, black man dead. Yeah, all right. So what about how many times is it the other way around? How many times do blacks kill whites and whites kill blacks and people kill people? Right? Fucking look at the big picture, you idiots. Respect for the guy that died. Nobody should be arrested and killed like that. Nobody. So I want to talk about. Let's talk about. Wow, we're already half an hour in. I've been talking a half an hour already. We didn't even get to the story yet. Woo-wee, so it's going to be a long stream. So this creep, notorious internet stalker, located and served. A lot of people that come to this channel somehow associate me with a community of LARPers and losers like Schwaggerts and fucking and Lepo and all those creeps, right? Fucking that Morose lady, the Jacqueline Morose, the fucking creepy lady that writes all the stalker shit. I have nothing to do with any of these creeps, right? They've creeped me over and over again through the years. And this is a great one because we've got Schoenberger. This is the creep of all creeps. This is super creep right here. Right? Fucking guy, right? This guy has creeped and stalked countless people, 10, 20, 30 people, sometimes 3 and 4 at a time. Just like Schwaggart, just like Dave D. George Schwaggart, the same creeps. These are the 2 of the most prolific internet stalkers out there. And this fucker got caught. And I hope Acton is the next one to go down. I hope they fucking serve that asshole too. So this guy, right? So his Schoenberger being served, and I have evidence. I hope I'm a witness in this case. If Hoffman wants me to testify against this guy, Gabe Hoffman, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, brother. Right? He got him. He served this motherfucker, and watch this. This is brilliant, right? So again, I have evidence. This guy stalked me, 30, 40 stalking videos accusing me of beating people and raping people and fucking all kinds of insanity, right? All right, defamatory comments, and he did it to Gabe Hoffman. He kicked Big Jew money, for lack of a better term. Right? He kicked the guy that just got sick of it, and now Schoenberger got served, and it's beautiful. So let's watch. So here's the process server creeping up on the creep. Right? For months, they've been trying to locate this scumbag, this total fucking scumbag, and they got him. All right, here he is. Here's scumbag sitting in his chair, smoking fat,
how you doing today?
fat, disgusting fuck.
I gotta give you.
Bang! There's it. There it is. We've been trying to find out what this guy looks like. He's an old jerk off.
These
Look at him.
documents. Oh, let me call you right back. Okay, what is this for?
What is it for?
Case out of Florida.
Case out of Florida. I would have loved to see his face. The camera panned left. Oh, now he's nervous. Look at the condition this guy's in. Fat fuck, right? Fat fuck. Maybe track marks on his arms, right? Sitting there smoking a cigarette. He's got the cigarette, the fat belly. Fucking, I hate this guy.
Fifth already. Okay.
Apparently, they found him in California. Someone's asking. He lives in California,
Pastor Gabe Hoffman?
so he knows exactly what it's for stalking Gabe Hoffman.
Mr. Hoffman, yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
I mean, I'm telling you, this creep has stalked so many people. I'm surprised he didn't get a bullet in his head. Right? I'm not saying he deserves a bullet in his head. I'm surprised he didn't get one because where I live, that's what happens to you. When you're a creep and you turn your back on your friends and you're a stalker. This guy's convicted of felony stalking, right? So, but this case is civil. So,
All right. It's
all right, this has to stop, is what I'm saying. That's why this guy's a great example. If Hoffman takes him down and drags him into court like he should be dragged along with the rest of the bunch, it's a good thing, right? Because then you stop the crap. You stop the crap.
detailed in there. There's 2 copies of summons. One's an alias summons.
Yeah.
And all that, but
I'll be fighting this. This guy's a monster.
So he calls the guy serving him the papers, calls Gabe Hoffman a monster
Yeah. Criminal.
and a criminal.
Oh man.
While he's being served, he's a monster and a criminal. While he's stalking the guy, he's been stalking the guy for 6 months.
Bad news.
all right. Well,
All right.
good luck, huh?
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay, so fuck you, Schoenberger. That's one down and a couple more to go. So that's the background on that guy. That guy, if you want to read it, I put all the documents in here, right? I read this article. This is my article about the Swaggart brothers, but it includes the Schoenberger files, right? I have all his videos. If you want to see the videos, the evidence, click on this link and read the article. Here's the actual lawsuit of Hoffman versus Schoenberger. Here's the videos, the Schoenberger videos with his criminal record in it. This is the page that I wrote, bringing action in Swaggart's case and naming Schoenberger and Acton as stalkers, basically online stalkers. You could read that letter. And the video backup in case YouTube decides to knock it down. It lives forever, and there it is. All right, so fuck you very much, Mr. Schoenberger and Mr. D. George Swaggart and the rest of the fucking creeps out there. Good job, Gabe Hoffman. So here's another one. So this I'm not going to really talk much about this. This is me turning the camera on these social distance warriors. These guys are deckhands on a boat. And if you watch the video, it's part 2 of 3. And I had my mask down a little bit because I was trying to breathe, which I like to do sometimes. I like to breathe, in my nose and out my mouth without having a diaper on it, right? So I'm on their boat. I'm on their very fine boat. And obviously the boat is empty. And this guy, not him, but the other guy lost his mind. And it's just a testament to how fucking mentally broken the people are in this country. So that's all I really want to say about it. This is ongoing. You see the propaganda videos going on in the background. Keep away. I mean, it's like fucking 1984 all over again. Instead of a bar, you got talking heads telling you how dangerous it is to be near each other, and then this crazy ass guy is, it's like fucking unbelievably paranoid, and this guy is losing his mind. He's
Away from you, why?
stay away. He's losing his fucking mind over this seeming mask thing. Now, again, we should teach biology and virology all over again. Look at the propaganda going in the background. We should retrain people in biology and virology how viruses spread, if at all. It's very hard to transmit. Somebody's got to sneeze in your mouth, right? Or it's got to, you know what I mean? Like, or blow their nose up your ass to transmit something, right? Or that you have to touch a surface and then touch your face. Now, I don't walk around touching surfaces and touching my face. I never did. That's the essence of hygiene. So So anyway, it's just a testament to the wars. Now, I put this video up a while ago and I never said anything about it. That Bill Gates CIA reprogramming society. Now, I don't know if this is Bill Gates. It looks like him.
Here we have individuals who are religious
So it's Bill Gates basically talking about how viruses can be programmed to attack certain people, and then the vaccines can double down on that attack. For example, it could change behavior. In this example, he's talking about radical Muslims, radical Muslim ideology. Hit them with a virus that attacks a certain part of their brain that desensitizes them to religion and radicalism. It's crazy. Can viruses be programmed if what they're saying is true? And apparently it's Bill Gates speaking to an audience of CIA. So in the chat, give me a 1 if you think this is authentic, or 2 if you think it's bullshit. 1 is the video of Bill Gates briefing to CIA is true and accurate, number 1. Or number 2, live survey, number 2, it's absolute shit and fake and doesn't deserve our attention anymore. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, I do. I think it's pretty, I thought it was accurate. When I watched it, I was pretty moved by it. All right, so go ahead, give me a 1 or a 2. Wait, motherfuckers. That was an excellent video of Gates. So 2, 1. Pat Hacker says 1, 2. A lot of twos think it's bullshit. 2, 1. So it looks like the twos have it. The 1, twos, yo, twos. Okay, a few people have voted twos. Vanderloo, Jimmy Gerard. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mike. So that's all I wanted to say about it. It's an interesting video, and I put it up there just to see if, just do a little trolling, I guess, to see what people think of it. I mean, I thought it was. See, it's hard to say. People are split on this one. I see a lot of 1s. I see a lot of 2s. So, hey, what's up, Sassafras? We're talking about is Bill Gates, the Bill Gates video. Is it authentic 1 or is it fake 2? So we'll let that one cook for a while. You decide. You can decide for yourself. So what else? So this is an interesting encounter too. This guy, I'm walking into the subway, and this is new. All this kind of shit is popping up in New York City. Suddenly there's, I think that he was trying to film me filming him. Look at his camera. Watch this. There's always something that happens before the video goes on because, it takes a few seconds to get the camera out, and sometimes I engage the person unwittingly. I should wait till the camera's on and then engage, but sometimes you just engage and then scramble for the camera. But here he is.
So
He seems to want to take a picture of me.
I'm just curious.
He seems to want to be taking a picture of me, asking him questions like, "What the fuck do I care?" Right? So I keep pressing this guy. As the title says, MTA security can't tell me what he's trying to secure. And that's basic ignorance, right? You don't look. I was a sanitation enforcement guy, and I know that every morning, if you're patrolling, you're briefed on what you're looking for. You're not just told to go stand outside and what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Are you looking for sick people? Are you looking for people not wearing masks? What the fuck are you looking for? Just tell me what you're looking for. Because I'm asking you nicely, right? So, and he couldn't tell me, and he never did. And ultimately, his answer was.
And I noticed you guys.
Ultimately, his answer was call 311. Right? Now, this is the train station I go through every day, and this is the first time I actually saw MTA employees calling themselves security, saying that they're just trying to keep people safe. But what is it that they're doing? What are they going to do? Start saying, "Where are you going next?" What is it? The executive order says you can't go anywhere. You're not allowed. That's a police state. I'm press. I'm media, and I also have city credentials. I go wherever I want to go, right? And I'm going to push you over if you try to block me. But they haven't said that yet. That's the point. That's why the story is interesting. They still haven't said, "Where are you going, sir?" Sir, I've had a lot of that. Sir, put your mask on. Sir. There's a lot of that going on. A lot of angry Africans. Sir, put your mask on. Fuck you. Yeah, but take this and stick it up your fucking ass. Right. So anyway, that's the police state of what used to be New York City. And then there's this. This is fascinating, right? So I'm at I'm down by the Brooklyn Army Terminal over here in Brooklyn, and I see this from out of nowhere behind this shady ass fence. Behind this blocked fence is a unit is testing COVID-19 testing facility. What the fuck is going on? Where did they sneak this one in? National testing area. See that? Testing area. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
All right. Can we help you?
Oh, I'm just looking. How you doing? How are you?
All right. You want
So what is this? A testing
Yes.
area?
COVID steps.
Oh, cool. Interesting. So I pushed this woman a little bit. They were very nice. I just push and see. I just test the waters a little bit to see what the testing is all about. Who's going first? Who gets to go? Who are they testing? Is it voluntary? You see the fence? You see the fence? How it's blacked out? Like I only saw it because the gate was squeaked open, right? And I stuck my head in. I was like, testing what? So are people going to be? Oh no, it's voluntary. But if you want your job is going to your job says you have to report to the testing unit first before you can return to work. Somebody said in the Yoga Fish said, "Let me see your papers" is next. I agree with that. I agree with that assessment. I think that's where we're probably heading in this neck of the woods. So anyway, let's talk about the main story. Mark's Conte reporting. Thank you guys for joining me. 45 minutes into the thing, and now we'll talk about the main story. So Trump did an amazing thing, man. This is amazing, right? So Trump social media censorship executive order. Trump yesterday signed an executive order. Now I flew off the handle a little bit because yesterday I didn't see all the facts, but now we have the actual executive order in our hands, and we're going to read through this. And I got to tell you, I read through it. Hold on a second. I read through it, and I found it to be pretty impressive. I found it to be rather spot on, rather genius in terms of what it is we have been faced with in terms of censorship in this country, and what Trump plans to do specifically in this executive order to reel in the big tech giants so that we can have honest discussion, right? Now, this is not right wing or left wing. There is no right. In this channel with me, there is no right or left. They're both folly. There's truth and then there's bullshit. And all that censorship by big tech is total, unequivocal bullshit. People should be allowed to speak. That's the foundation of this country, free speech. If you don't have free speech, you get, what do you get? You get chaos. You get a corrupt mainstream media polluting people with bullshit about masks and viruses spreading through fart gas and 12-foot reach of sneezes and insanity, trying to divide people and trying to scare the shit out of people, scaring them into their homes and driving them into mental illness. None of that is reality. It's not reality. If you study, again, virology and how viruses spread and how sickness spreads, if you stay healthy, you have a healthy immune system. You could touch virus. You could swim in virus. It's when it enters your body, right? And the point is that everything right now is so sterile. There's no sick people walking around in New York. I listen. I don't hear anybody coughing. I don't hear anybody sneezing. I'm the only one coughing and sneezing because I'm allergic to everything. But I don't hear that sick cough. People are respecting others by, if they are sick, they stay home, which is new, which is gratifying. But to treat everybody as a sick person is sick, and that's what the latest wave of censorship is doing. Right? Forget about what it's done to Twitter and Facebook and here on YouTube. It's nearly impossible to. I constantly have to parse, whatever that word is. I constantly have to watch what I say. Always. I'm always watching what I print, what I say, because of Big Brother. Big Brother coming in and deleting goddamn video, or not demonetizing, or striking something for no apparent reason, or threatening to kick you off the platform and delete all your work. And that's what we're faced with. So this is this is something in the opposite direction. So we're going to read. We might be here for a while. Section 1 policy. Free speech is the bedrock of American democracy. So by authority vested in me as the president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered as follows. So Trump issues executive order. Free speech is the bedrock of American democracy. Our founding fathers protected the sacred right with the First Amendment of the Constitution. The freedom to express and debate ideas is the foundation for all of our rights as a free people. Donald J. Trump. I don't know if he wrote it, but he certainly put his name on it. In a country that has long cherished the freedom of expression, we cannot allow a limited number of online platforms to handpick the speech that Americans may access and convey on the internet. This practice is fundamentally un-American and anti-democratic. When large, powerful social media companies censor opinions with which they disagree, they exercise a dangerous power. They cease functioning as a passive bulletin board and ought to be viewed and treated as content creators. That's the fundamental argument right now, right there. They are not. They want to be treated as passive bulletin boards so that they can't be liable for what people say. But on the other hand, they're manipulating what people say. So therefore, everybody is contributing to their content creation. You follow the thinking there? Now, there is a problem with that, because they could turn around and say that, well, you can't sue us. You have to sue the content creators because they created the content, and you get into that whole realm. Or they could just get out of the way and be a passive bulletin board. Now, the algorithms are rigged. The algorithms are rigged. This channel right here, I don't know how the hell you guys find me, but it's shadow banned. It's very hard for new people to find this channel. If you subscribe, they'll keep trying to knock you off, and you have to keep looking for it. I understand, right? So that's not fair. That's not fair. When you can't find me and they're deliberately suppressing me, and they're deliberately promoting CNN and MSNBC fake news in front of real people, the news that people really want to hear, that is fundamentally un-American. That is censorship. That is not a public square. A public square is a free search engine that will search the content of the title, of what's in the description, and provide that to the person searching. That's what a true search engine is. That's all we're asking. Right? They also decide who gets monetized. If you're against the establishment opinion, they won't monetize you. So they're paying people for their opinion, for their type of content that supports the establishment. That is so fucked up. That is just bizarre, right? That's the situation. That's where we are on the ground. So that, again, I digress. The growth of online platforms in recent years raises important questions about applying the ideals of the First Amendment to modern communication technology. Today, many Americans follow the news, stay in touch with friends and family, and share their views on current events through social media and other online platforms. As a result, these platforms function in many ways as a 21st century equivalent of the public square. Yes. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube wield immense, if not unprecedented power to shape the interpretation of public events, to censor, delete, or disappear information, and to control what people see or do not see. That'd be funny if this video gets deleted because it's blowing the whistle on them, right? I wonder if this is allowed. Are you allowed to say this? Are you allowed to support the President of the United States executive order? Are you allowed anymore? Is this also going to be censored? As president, I have made clear my commitment to free and open debate on the internet. Such debate is just as important online as it is in our universities, our town halls, and our homes. It is essential to sustaining our democracy. Online platforms are engaged in selective censorship that is harming our national discourse. Tens of thousands of Americans have reported, among other troubling behavior, online platforms flagging content as inappropriate, even though it does not violate any stated terms of service, making announcements and unexplained changes to company policy that have the effect of disfavoring certain viewpoints and deleting content and entire accounts with no warning, no rationale, and no recourse. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Twitter now selectively decides to place a warning label on certain tweets in a manner that clearly reflects political bias. As has been reported, Twitter seems never to have placed such a label on other politicians' tweets. I think they labeled Trump's tweets. As recently as last week, Representative Adam Schiff was continuing to mislead his followers by peddling the long disapproved Russia collusion hoax, and Twitter did not flag those tweets. Unsurprisingly, its officers in charge of so-called site integrity has flaunted his political bias in his own tweets. So there's case in point. Adam Schiff, establishment hack, his Russia hoax is accelerated or raised up as fact, and everything else is bullshit. See, that right there is censorship. That's how it works. At the same time, online platforms are invoking inconsistent, irrational, and groundless justifications to censor or otherwise restrict American speech here at home. Several online platforms are profiting from promoting the aggression and disinformation spread by foreign governments like China. Now, I would disagree with that. I think that if you want to say China's bad, say China's bad. If you want to say China's good, say China's good. That's free speech too, Mr. President. That's free speech too, Mr. President. So let's not be biased. Let's stay in the middle. Trump, stay in the middle. Yeah, they are doing that. They're vilifying. They're not vilifying China, but they're vilifying Russia, according to Trump. But I see it a little different. I think there are plenty of outlets vilifying China as well. One United States company, for example, created a search engine for the Chinese Communist Party that would have blacklisted searches for human rights, hid data unfavorable to Chinese Communist Party, blah 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 blah. All right, so there's a bias in terms of Trump is saying that the Chinese propaganda is positive to China, and I don't know if I agree with that. They're platforms to spread misinformation regarding the origin of COVID-19 pandemic and to undermine pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong. That is true, too. I don't know why the left is trying to shut down Hong Kong's free speech stuff. That's bizarre. All have all of these things in the discourse. None of it is taboo. None of it should be forbidden. That's a free speech. That is a town hall where anybody could walk into the town hall, like the Greeks and around Socrates' time, walk into the town hall and discuss any matter that's of their mind. That, my friends, is the First Amendment. That's where they got it from. Free speech. Number 2. Protections against online censorship. A. It is the policy of the United States to foster clear ground rules promoting free and open debate on the internet. Prominent among the ground rules governing that debate is the immunity from liabilities created by the Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. It is the policy of the United States that the scope of the immunity should be clarified. Yeah. The immunity should not extend beyond its text and purpose to provide protection for those who purport to provide users a forum for free and open speech. That's what Twitter, Facebook, and Google and YouTube do. They say it's a forum for free and open speech. But now it's not convenient anymore to do that, and they're unregulated. And so they decided, well, we're going to have our own opinion. And if you don't like it, you can get the hell out of here. That's what happened. So C was designed to address, this section was designed to address only court decisions holding that if an online platform restricted access to some content posted by others, it would thereby become a publisher of all the content posted on its sites for purposes of the torts such as defamation. As the title of Section 230 makes clear, the provision provides limited liability protection to a provider of an interactive computer service, such as an online platform, that engages in Good Samaritan blocking or harmful content. So they get into this whole business of what is Good Samaritan content. Obviously, if someone says, I'm going to kill somebody, I plan to kill somebody, you delete that comment. You get rid of it. That's Good Samaritan. That's common sense. Not because you disagree with their political opinion. Say, oh, Trump is a genius. I love Trump. Trump was right on this issue, and they censor your video. That's ridiculous. Or you talk about the COVID-19 and the mask wars that are going on, and they'll say, oh, well, that's a dangerous talk because masks, we all agree that the masks are safe. No, that is your fucking opinion. That is not, the CDC are guidelines, damn it. They're guidelines. They're not, it's not the law. It's not, you know what I mean? So anyway, there's this issue of that could become a problem. This business of blocking the big techs turning around and say, oh, that's Good Samaritan work. We're doing our Good Samaritan work because we're protecting people by being Good Samaritans and blocking that kind of speech. So that's could be a problem. In particular, expressly addressed protections from civil liability. So I'll drop this in the link if you guys want to read it. You can read it. You can read it on your own. It's a lot. I realize it's a lot to it. I can't read all this stuff. So again, when an interaction, so to advance the policy described in Section A of this section, all executive departments and agencies should ensure their application of Section 230C properly reflects the narrow purpose of the section, and take all appropriate actions in this regard. Blah blah blah. Within 60 days, here's the order. Within 60 days of the date of the order, the Secretary of Commerce must provide something to the FCC. So they're cracking down. There's a part that I really wanted to read, and it's here. What exactly are they going to do, right? Complaints described in Section 4B of this order will be shared with the working group consistent with applicable law. The working group shall also collect publicly available information regarding the following. This is important, right? Increase scrutiny of users based on other users they choose to follow or their interactions with other users. Now that's blacklisting, right? And that's what YouTube does. If they look at all the people that join your group, and all of those people are associated with other groups that they don't like, so now they decide to shadow ban you because of the black cloud that decides to come over you and fuck with you. That's what a lot of these trolls do. That's what a lot of these stalkers do. They bring in a bad energy, and then you get labeled because of who visits. You're responsible for who visits your site. I'm not fucking responsible for who comes in. It's just a public forum. Anybody could come in. If you're a dick, you're gonna get knocked off. If you're a dick, you're gonna get dickified. You're gonna get dictated to, right? And you're gonna get silenced, right? That's how we handle it here. Right? And if you're not a dick, you get to speak a little bit more. So that's one thing. That's associating people. You're guilty by association. It's who you associate with. Someone in your comments said this, that, and the other thing, and you didn't delete the comment. What the fuck? What am I do? I gotta sit around and delete comments and read. You know what I mean? It's just it's not doable for the content creator. Algorithms to suppress content or users based on indications of political alignment or viewpoint. Absolutely the next one. They have algorithms that suppress content or users based on indications of political alignment or viewpoint. That's the whole thing right there. If they perceive your video as having a political alignment or viewpoint that they disagree with, they blacklist you. They ban your fucking channel. My channel, this channel that you're watching right now, is not searchable through Google. If you put in Google, you get my two other ones that only have like 100 subscribers. They're just like, they're backup channels. They will not even list the lead channel. That's censorship. That's blacklisting for no fucking reason whatsoever, other than this right here, that the algorithm is suppressing content based on indications of political alignment or viewpoint. That's what it is. So this executive order aims to call out those practices. And the final one, differential policies allowing for otherwise impermissible behavior when committed by accounts associated with the Chinese Communist Party. I don't agree with that. I think that's just Trump bias. Trump is headstrong on blaming China for everything, and he's letting it cloud his fucking executive order. But so what? You know, I don't like vilifying China. I live around Chinese people, and I got to tell you, man, they're scared. They're nervous. They don't like it. They're good people, and they're being blamed for some wacky fucking fake virus, some fake curve out of Wuhan. They don't know. You know, I know people have strong opinions of that, and they believe what Trump is telling them, that, you know, and you're entitled to that opinion, but you're not entitled to the facts. You're not entitled to reality, time frame, evidence. Like, there's really you don't have the evidence that says that this virus even exists, if there is a pathogen or any of that, and it's sprung out of a factory or a market in Wuhan, China, or slipped out of a lab. There is no evidence. There's only speculation. There's only conspiracy theory. That's all we have at this point. So I'm loving this. I'm loving this executive order. Reliance on third-party entities, including contractors, media organizations. So how much more of this? So that's really all it is. If you want to watch, I'll drop it into the comments too, and read about it. I think it's rather brilliant. I think what Trump is doing here is addressing something that has long been needed to be addressed. And it is, censorship in this country is off the rails. You have a monopoly. It's not really a monopoly, but it's 3 or 4 powers: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Google search engine, YouTube. All of these entities, Google and YouTube being the same entity because it's owned by Google, it's creating it's not so much a monopoly, but I guess it is a monopoly. It is a monopoly because they monopolize the discourse. And then they all sit in a room and say, oh, yeah, they all agree with each other now. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, we're all on the same page, which becomes a monopoly, which becomes shut down any free speech or anything that is associated with Trump. Now, my video says Trump's a genius today. So that's going to be shut down. That's going to be, you're not allowed to say that the president of the United States did a good thing by curbing, by walking back, this censorship in this country. Think about where we are right now. Free speech is very important. It's very important, and it's okay, and the workaround for that currently is that we're not censoring you. We're not. You're allowed to speak. You're allowed to speak, but we're not going to let anybody hear it. So that's what mainstream media does. They say, "Oh yeah, no. We're not curbing free speech. Of course, we wouldn't do that, but we're going to limit the number of people that can see it. We're going to rig the algorithms to steer people away from your perceived bad attitude, your bad information." And we're going to steer them towards what's safe and what's convenient for us, that supports the establishment narrative. We're going to point you towards the tried and true Fox and CNN and MSNBC. So that's their workaround. And that's what this executive order needs to fly into. It needs to fly into the algorithms. The solution is very simple. You have to have true, unequivocal, unadulterated search engines. Google, when you plug in something and you're searching, Google search engine should search everything that's available on the internet. When you go to YouTube, you should certainly be able to subscribe to a channel and not get unsubscribed. You should certainly be able to get notified when the channel you subscribe to comes live. The creator should certainly be allowed to monetize his work on your platform because people want to hear it. It's just you don't want to hear it. Let the people hear it, and you'll have an audience. You keep shutting down the audience. That's why you're saying that nobody wants to hear it, because you're shutting it down. So free and fair search engines is the solution. When someone goes to YouTube and searches a name or a person, they should find all the relevant work. If they're looking for a topic, they should find all the relevant work. And I would say go one step further. I like the idea that it's prioritized to the amount of the audience size. You can promote things, but promote it based on audience size. That's fair. If more people want something over here, that's okay to kind of let that rise in the search engine, because that's what people want. Right? If somebody's putting out a video and it only has 2 views, there's no audience for that material. So it's not to say that you push the person with 2 views in front of the person with 80,000 views or 1,000 views. That has to be worked out as well. But keep the search engine free and open, and then you have a public square. Then you have a true square where anybody could walk out into the public square and declare their position, and and that's the American way, right? That's the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and of the press, right? And we're all press, right? Anybody who does this kind of work is press, right? So anyway, man. So thanks everybody for sharing. Mark's Conte reporting. And how's everybody doing, man? How you guys doing, man? I don't know if I'm gonna head out today. I'm just gonna chill like Bob Dylan. I'm here chilling like Bob Dylan. So read that. Read this article. I'll drop it I'll drop it down into the search engines. And good morning, Vander Lewis here. Willie Digg. What's up, everybody? Richard Ross, Harkview Cinema. Jason Walsh, Sterling Price in the house. Sterling Price. Pat Hacker, good morning. Good morning again. George's son, we still don't know who George is. Miss Chicago, Vinny DiMartini on the wrench. Sterling Price on the wrench as well. Jason Walsh, good morning, everybody. So let's get one more clip here. What's this? Oh, yeah. I like it. I think it's a big YouTube music. Still that bass stuff. I dig it. Thank you everybody for joining me on Sunday morning. Hey, we're learning a lot here. We're learning on this channel. It's an education channel. It's not a YouTube channel. We're learning about the world we live in. Every morning you come here, become a Patreon of the channel, drop a couple of dollars in your tip jar. That's how we make it. You can also buy stickers on eBay. You can go to marcusconte.com and find out all kinds of information about this channel. That's how we work it. This is the news revolution. Right? Thank you, YouTube, for hosting us. And I hope we have a mutual, ongoing, respectful life together going forward. And that we don't step on each other's feet. We had a little bit of a falling out there, Mr. YouTube, and now we're going to respect each other. Right? Maybe going forward, we're going to respect each other with this executive order, where give the people what they want and stop fucking around. Stop fucking around with people's psyches, man. That's what I'm telling you. Man. Stop fucking around with people's psyches, man. Let them get to the material that they want to get to. Right? Stop with the algorithms. I so hope that Trump gets that information, that his administration gets that information of how they are using the algorithms to fuck people over, fuck over free speech. Because that's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Bad behavior. Bad behavior.